Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. We hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We wanted to come on here as a family, the three of us, we're just missing Bandit, and talk about Snow's hemangioma, which is the little red bump that you guys see on her head. We've actually made quite a few videos about this, but we constantly get questions about it and a lot of you guys have asked for an update, so we thought we would share because we do like...
It matches you. You don't want it? Okay.
That's okay.
It's a toy now.
Because a lot of people maybe are new to our channel or don't know what a hemangioma is, and so we wanted to kind of show you guys what it looks like and just kind of update. Oh, good girl. Are you putting it back? Are you putting it back? So this is Snow, our daughter. For those of you guys maybe that don't know or are new, she's 14 months, and when she was born, she had kind of what looked like a little scab on the top of her head. And we thought it was just maybe she got scraped or something during birth from, like, I don't know, the birth process or one of the nurses, and we never really thought anything of it. It was really tiny and you could barely even see anything. And then as she got a little bit older, it almost looked like a little red birthmark or something. It was flat, right?
Yeah, it looked like kind of
Where are you
like
going?
a little birthmark, and that's kind of what we thought was happening, that was kind of coming in, but it almost looked like a little bit of a scab, but a little scab that kind of started getting a little bit bigger, but I mean nothing crazy or anything, and then it just kind of like started to grow from there.
We didn't know or think anything of it, and no doctors said anything, no one said anything. It wasn't until my mom actually pointed it out and said, "What is that thing on her head?" And we were like, "Oh, I don't know, it's just like some little mark or something. We thought it would go away." And she was like, "I don't think so, like take a picture of it and send it to me," because she works for a dermatologist. She's also worked in the plastic surgery field her whole life, so she kind of knows, I guess, a little bit more what to look out for. And so we just took a little picture and sent it over, and her dermatologist said that it was what's called a hemangioma. We were like, what in the world is that? We didn't know. We had to look it up. You can actually get them all different places. People, babies can get them on their arms, their backs, their faces, around their eyes. And so, no, don't eat that, Lovey. She loves her baby bum. Anyway, that's kind of how it came about. A lot of times, you won't even really notice it when your babies are born, and then they'll kind of just get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. When we found out it was a hemangioma, we kind of just kept our eye on it a little bit, and then my mom suggested that we get treatment for it. Well, my mom's doctor, who she works for, which is a dermatologist, suggested, like highly suggested, that we get treatment for it because it could grow. We were kind of like scared as first-time parents, and so we immediately found really good doctors, and we went and got her hemangioma treated with laser treatments, which like in hindsight, would you have done those laser treatments?
Well, I'll say this just to kind of recap on that. We also had a second opinion from another dermatologist who's very, very well known, highly recommend doing the same thing. So we had two well-known doctors, specialized doctors that both recommended this. And at the time, I mean, now, I mean, I think that I probably would have not done the treatments, but you don't know. And it was happening, or it was growing so fast, that true. It wasn't really, we didn't really, I don't know. As parents, you do the best that you can with the information that you have at the time. And so at the time, we thought that that was probably the best thing to do to stop the growth, because it kept spreading, and we were worried, and other people were worried, that it could just keep growing larger and larger. And where it is on her head, our biggest concern was that, okay, if we do the laser treatments now when it's small and she doesn't grow hair there from the treatments, that's okay because it was a small spot. But if we waited and it got 2 or 3 inches big, and then we did the laser treatments, and then her hair doesn't grow in a huge spot. So, you know, it was just...
Okay, have a little intermission really quick, but Travis will be back in a second. Basically, to kind of sum up so that this video is not too long, we found the best doctors we could that specialized in hemangiomas, and they told us to do these laser treatments. They were telling us that if we waited and it got too big, that if we waited and did the laser treatments then, that like she could have like a huge bald spot on her head, and obviously we didn't want that. When we went and got the laser treatments done, we also posted video footage of that. It was extremely painful for her, and it was heartbreaking as a parent to have to watch that and see your little tiny baby being put through so much pain. But you know, after a few laser treatments, we noticed that it wasn't really doing anything. It wasn't shrinking it, which they kind of told us it would do, or that it should do. And so then we ended up doing a medication called Timolol, which is like little drops that you put. And sorry, Travis is just monitoring Snowy. So basically what we're trying to say is all the treatments that we had done, personally for us in our situation, I kind of wish that we never did it, because I don't know if it made it worse, and I don't know if it made it better. I just know that like it really didn't do much at all from what we saw. And so I kind of just wish that we didn't do them. It would have saved us a lot of money. It would have saved her a lot of pain and suffering.
Well, but in defense, I mean, yeah, it did hurt, and it sounds terrible, but she was so little. Like, it's not like it makes it better, but it's like she was 3 months or 4 months old or something. So it's not like she's gonna remember when she's older that was occurring, and that was one of the reasons why we decided to do it.
Yeah, and the doctors were like, you should do it sooner when they're little, you know, because when they get older, they know and they don't want to come. And,
yeah.
You know, everybody's different. Everyone's situation is going to be different, but that's just kind of what happened with ours. And then we both, as parents, decided, you know what, let's just stop and see what happens. And also, we're so lucky and grateful because we have this platform, and when we were sharing her everything that was going on with treating her hemangioma, a lot of you guys had reached out, or had them yourself, or knew someone that did, or your kids had hemangiomas and said, you know, by the time they're like 1, they stop growing and then they'll start shrinking, and eventually they just kind of go away on their own. For the most part, like a majority, that's what we heard. And so we were like, you know what, let's just stop and see what happens. And I don't think that I think it went down a little bit. She's playing with her Christmas tree. I think it went down a little bit, and I think that her hair is starting to cover it. And so as of right now, we have no plans to treat it, or to continue doing treatment or lasers or anything like that. We don't plan on having it removed. A lot of people were asking if we plan on having it surgically removed. Absolutely not. We don't think that she needs to. And again, I think that her hair is just totally going to cover it. You're not even going to know that it's there. So we're going to show you what it looks like now also, but did you have any other comments or anything that you wanted to add in?
No, I think that, you know, she's 14 months now, and a lot of the things that we were told kind of said that it will kind of like go down and stuff, and so we're just gonna kind of keep an eye on it, and with the amount of videos and stuff that we do, it's helpful to be able to monitor, and you guys as well too. Like you get, when you guys see it, you're like, oh, it's gone down, or it looks better, or less red or something. So we see it every day, you know, and so sometimes maybe we don't notice, but we do know that it has been getting better.
Yeah. So that's kind of her update with her unicorn horn. That's what we nicknamed it. And we never like try to hide it or cover it. And, you know, we always want to encourage not just our daughter, but also others, that if there's something different about you, that, you know, to love and accept yourself for the way that you are. And that's like what I am going to teach Snow, and you know, I encourage you guys to do the same for your kids.
On what you were saying, you know, if she got older, and this was not anytime, you know, soon, but if she did get older and it did bother her, then we would definitely address it, and and we would, you know, help figure out how to, you know, shave it down or get it cut or do surgery or whatever that they do, you know, if it was something that personally bothered her, you know. And I think that's, yeah, I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
I like, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, how could you preach to love yourself the way that you are if you've had, you know, your nose done or your boobs done or something? And because I've had plastic surgery, and that's because if it's something that bothers me and then it's gonna make me happy to fix it and I'm able to, like, absolutely, I totally advocate for that. So just to touch on what Travis was saying, like, yes, I'm gonna teach her to love herself the way that she is, but if something's bothering her and it's gonna make her feel you know, more confident to change something, and we have the means to do so, then absolutely we would definitely support whatever, you know, makes her happy, as long as it's not hurting her in any way. So so yeah, that's kind of the update. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We are sending you all of our love and all of our positive energy. We hope to see you in our next video. Mwah.